isn't it?
As we mentioned
As
that,
this is.
look at this for a sight. The royal procession coming through the Golden Gates at the top of the Straight Mile. And that is where Frankel will be coming down at a much, much faster pace than this in just over half an hour's time. But this, the sight that so many come to Royal Ascot, so many tune in to watch. And in the first carriage we have Her Majesty the Queen and His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh, happily recovered from his bladder infection that took him out of action for some of the Diamond Jubilee, and he celebrated his 91st birthday, was home for that with his family. And the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh are joined by the Viscount Ullswater, who's Chief Whip of the House of Lords. He's on the far side in the grey top hat, and Lord Vestey, who is Master of the Horse and was until recent years the chairman of Cheltenham Racecourse, and also is the brother-in-law of Henrietta Knight, the trainer who trained Bess Mate and has recently retired from training. And the Queen will have entertained her guests at Windsor Castle. They'll have had lunch there and then join the carriages and make this full royal procession. In the second carriage we have the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall, and with them Lord and Lady Irwin. Now Lord Irwin, James, is a godson of the Duchess of Cornwall, so they know each other extremely well and have plenty to chat about, and his wife Georgia there in the carriage. And James is the son of the Earl and Countess of Halifax, who are actually waiting by the windows enclosure excitedly and looking at him on the big screen as we speak. And a great thing for them to enjoy. In carriage 3 we have Princess Eugenie, the younger daughter of the Duke of York, on the far side there, waving and smiling away, and with her the Duchess of Gloucester, and opposite them the Duke of Gloucester and Mr. Philip Mitchell. Actually, how much the Queen understands about racing.
Yes, she loves her racing, and she loves especially coming to Ascot. And she actually has got a little piece in the programme today. She would like to thank you for the welcome my family and I have always received at Royal Ascot, and to wish you all the most an enjoyable day. That's from Her Majesty.
But not me, everybody.
No, that's to
everybody.
everybody.
That was to me. Of course it's not to me. She'd like to write me.
But she is a great supporter of horse racing.
And this royal procession dates back to 1825. King George IV was the man who started it with his invited guests and the people that were staying with him. Queen Victoria came in 1838, but then after Prince Albert died, she didn't come back again to Ascot after 1861, so there was no royal procession for quite a while then. But the Queen, in her 60 years, has embraced the sport that she has enjoyed since she was a teenager, and first came here to Ascot in 1945 when she was 19 years old as Princess Elizabeth. And the Windsor Greys leading the procession here, it's just the most extraordinary sight, isn't it, Willie, when you think we're in 2012 and people can fly into space, and this represents so much about history and tradition that you don't find it in other countries.
We have been doing this sort of thing for what, 400 or 500 years in this country, so we have a lot of tradition, and this is one of the great traditions that's been upheld here at Royal Ascot, with Her Majesty doing the same thing year in, year out. And it doesn't matter if it was pouring with rain, she would still come down the course in the open carriages, maybe with an umbrella, but they still come in open carriages. And as you said, what a great sight to see Her Majesty. Isn't it great to see the Duke of Edinburgh waving to the crowd there after him? I felt sorry for them. I was watching it on television when they were doing the parade along the river, and they stood there for 4 hours standing on their feet. We have to do it here, but standing there for 4 hours in the pouring rain was a great feat for them both to have done. Thank you very much indeed. We British, don't we do it well? Isn't this fantastic? There's not many other countries you could go to and get a pageant as grand as this. This is really lovely to see those grey horses, well turned out, everybody spruced up, and nothing goes wrong. Oops, I said that, and a strap rope.
Just the harness coming up the side of the Cleveland Bay there, filling the second carriage. And you know, I bumped into some people an hour ago who were making their way to the paddock here to make sure that they got their seats right for the royal procession so that they could see it clearly.
There we go.